Да ебит твой, блядь. YouTube. Пиздец, тут уже прошло почти минута, а там все еще. YouTube. Охуеть. Тут уже прошло... Охуеть. Это только начало видоса, да? Ну, заебись. Короче, ладно. Всех приветствую. Продолжаем проходить демочки. На очереди у нас Sanatorium и Mental Asylum Simulator. Короче, симулятор психбольницы. Вот. Так, запускаю сейчас. Оп, оп, оп. Готово. Должно быть все оки. Ебать, громко музыка, конечно, играет. Ну сколько? 70, 76 будет, 76, да? New game, доктор... Доктор Мом. Продолжить. О, сейчас. The Roaring. Так, сейчас, секунду. Все поправил. The Roaring 20s. A new era of boundless opportunities and progress. The bustling streets echo with the heartbeat of a changing world. While the world surges ahead, you're stuck. Your journalism career is going nowhere despite the boom. You wander the streets, always chasing the next big story. What's colorful for others is just a grey mist, no bright sports on these streets, no hope in sight. In the misty streets, questions linger. What was happens ever yours? Was there always this gloom? After another fruitless night, you come home. Это наш дом такой? The mailbox is overflowing again, mostly bills. Придется платить по счетам. Так. Что мы должны... Last call. There is only little time. Castle Woods. I'm here against my will. My sons have abandoned me, and you are my last hope. You'll know me. You'll know me when you see me. Remember the peaches, the house at the coast. Don't leave me, P. Is this a joke? You hold on and think back, but peaches, the house at the coast. It dawns on you who this mysterious P might be. В смысле? Happy. The last time you were happy, it was at Auntie Petty's summer house down on the coast. Patricia Boyd. How come she's in a mental institution? Your mother and Aunt Petty got into a huge argument. In the end, you were told you can no longer see her. Nothing has been good since. It must have been the turning point. You research Sanatorium Castle Woods. It's very mysterious institution, no press coverage, very little public records. It might be your story, but you'll need access. With adequate preparation and a probable cause, you decide to go undercover. As a young physician on the job. A few adaptations only, and your university diploma in literature becomes a medical degree. You apply and receive a letter. You got in, accommodation will be provided. You pack your things, the vacation won't matter. You won't be here, you'll be at the... Sanatorium, a mental asylum simulator. Ну чё, блять, угораете? Еще игру не показали. А уже себя... Нескромные ребята, нескромные. Так. Доктор Бертам. Good morning, doctor. I hope you didn't have any trouble finding us out here. I know we are located a bit outside of the beaten path. Well, anyways, I'm happy to welcome you as a part of our staff. Don't worry, I won't throw you with the sharks just now. We will get you started with a few patients from our rehabilitation ward first. Depending on your performance, we will then gradually consider you for more demanding clientele. For now, let me show you to your office. Click on the door to enter your office. Your office. You will find all the latest literature on the shelves, as well as some very interesting pieces of selected for mandatory reading. Should you need anything beyond what you find here, please ask Mrs. Harrington down the hall for help. Now then, let's get started with your first patient, shall we? Every week you will receive the updated case files of the patients that have been assigned to you. Так. Понял. Start work. Table. This is your office table. You can move the camera left and right with a cursor. New patients. On the left side you find a stack of patient files. Take one and open it by dragging it to the desk blotter. Clara Brewer. Name. Patient file. This is a patient file. All the information about your various patients is laid out here. Oh, young Mrs. Brewer. This Miss Brewer. This young lady has been struggling with some issues concentrating. Let's look into her symptoms and see if we can find the cause. 16 лет. Clara Brewer, student. student. Reason for admission: admitted to be treated for her intellectual impairment. Tag. Treatment protocol. Good morning, doctor. Youngest daughter of Mr. Charles Brewer, Director General of the Brewer Cargo Company, unable to handle any demanding intellectual tasks. Incurred an incident involving whiskey as reported by the boarding school principal. Hyperactivity, light inebriate symptoms. On the right side of the patient file are the patient's symptoms. Your goal is to treat and get rid of them, of these symptoms, but to do that you have to diagnose them first. In order to make a full diagnosis, you first have to uncover all the symptoms. Alright, I suggest we do some standard tests and see what we find. Test cards can reveal unknown symptoms. To use a test card, drag it into a free space on the patient file. Logic test. The patient's logical reason. Блять, как быстро все. When the value of an unknown symptom card reaches 0, it is revealed and can be treated. Так, tested with logical test with success. Listen, Doc, what are you going to tell my father? It was just once with my sister, okay? Interesting. Now we need to categorize the symptoms. This will help us determine the treatments we can use for the future. To achieve this, we follow the cutting-edge theory of phrenology. Phrenology chart. All symptoms have to be sorted into a region on the phrenological brain chart. Each symptom can only be correctly associated to one brain region. Carefully read the description of the symptom cards to make the correct diagnosis. Drag symptom cards into the region that best fits the symptoms. Patient shows a lack of inability of reading. Patient often exhibits an excess of energy and inability to sit still or concentrate. Light inebriate. Patient lacks judgment to abstain from intoxicating liquor, affecting their rationality in general. Mania, memoria, impetus. This region controls reflexes and impulses. Ailments to the impetus region lead to impulsive or overreactive behavior and an inability to control physical urges. Ratio. This region processes rational thoughts. Ailments to the ratio region lead to to erratic behavior and severe lack of judgment, as well as difficulties with the reading, writing and other scholastic disciplines. Ну, короче, вот это вот, типа, да? Вот так получается, да? Correct. Now continue to diagnose the other symptoms. Now I know it's not always easy to tell which symptoms belong to which region, but as top of your class, I believe you won't have any problems. Remember, there can be more than one symptom connected to one brain region. А, да? Memoria. This region controls memory and the skill of recollection of past events as well as speech. Elements to the Memoria region can lead to amnesia, forgetfulness, or trouble with speech. Mania. This region controls creativity and the dreams. Elements to this region lead to a blur of fantasy and reality, such as hallucination or sleeping disorders. Петус. Ну, наверное, это тоже сюда. Light Inebriate, Hyperactivity, ну тоже сюда. Phenology chart. That diagnosis doesn't look quite right. Try again before Dr. Batten notices. А, да? А, наверное, вот так, да? Patient file. Having successfully identified all the symptoms, it's now time to conclude the examination by closing the patient file. Что, закрыть? Closing the file. Put the file into the treatment tray on the table. Treatment. At the end of each day, your diagnostic work will be reviewed by senior staff. New syndrome discovered. Syndrome discovery. You discovered a syndrome. Syndromes are collections of symptoms. You can use syndromes to simplify the treatment process. Oh yes, clear case of adolescent inebriety. It's the old scourge of alcohol. Luckily we can treat this. You can look up that one tomorrow. Now let's get Miss Brewer some treatment and call it a day. Treatments. You can use a wide variety of treatments on the patient. Some are more intrusive, others less. You decide which one you want to apply. Minimum treatment. Each patient needs a minimum amount of treatment each day. You can monitor this using the treatment bar. If you don't meet the minimum treatment level and slip below the red line, there might be penalties to your prestige. Apply treatment. To apply a treatment card, drop it onto a free space on the patient file. Laxatives, a daily dose of laxatives which will speed up the patient's metabolism and blood flow. Fructal diet, feed the brain with an excess of sugar and force more activity. Ну вот это вот laxatives. На нахуй. After applying the treatment bar goes up. Ah, вот. And the patient's health gets better. Very good. Now, please sign the prescription waiver. Paperwork. I know, but we need it for legal reasons. Everything is done by the book here. Now click on next and sign the waiver to commit your treatment. Next patient. А, нихуя себе. Забавно. Summary of the day. At the end of the day, your performance will be peer reviewed and evaluated. Each day your patients will generate money for Sanatorium. You'll need the money to buy treatments and fund research. Prestige. If you manage to correctly diagnose symptoms and choose good treatments, you will earn prestige points. Prestige shows your reputation inside the Sanatorium and helps you climb the institutional ladder. Losing too much prestige, however, can result in your termination. Continue to your room. The first day is over. You avoided drawing any attention to you. You turn around and go to sleep. Ну давай. Back. Station hallway. Good morning, doctor. Did you find your quarters adequate? Today we'll look into the process of organizing your tests and treatments. Let's visit Miss Harrington down the hall. Click on the word station to open up the shop. Good morning, Dr. Bertram, Miss Harrington. Listen, the lice have left half of the patient sheets in the boiler room again. Хороших тест. Can we talk about that later? I'm just... это он. Can we talk about that later? I'm just showing the facilities to our new physician here. Oh, of course. Hello, dear. I'm Margaret Harrington, station nurse. I organize the treatments and tests on the station. If there is anything you need from me, just let me know. Station shop. In the shop you can buy new tests and treatments. Briefing. In the briefing you will find an approximation of the symptom types you'll need to treat on this day. Briefing. The station briefing gives... Tests and treatments. You can switch between tests and treatments. Но мне вот эти вот надо купить обязательно. Для той мадамы. Calculation test. Buy some tests and prepare for the next patient. Я понял. Пока что так оставим. Давай вот это докупим, да? На всякий случай. Вот это докупим на всякий случай. Excellent, buy some more. I'll go back to your office. Так, ну go back как exit. So, doctor, I think you now have all the knowledge you need to practice here. I'm going to review your progress in the coming weeks. I hope you feel at home here. Welcome to Castlewoods. Вот этот маня. Так, Клара Брюер. Hyperactivity was diagnosed correctly. Prescribed activities with success. Oh, hi doc. Listen, I think I want to go home. I know, it's because I'm bad at school. Just let me go, okay? Нет. Syndromes. You've discovered a new syndrome. Syndromes are collections of symptoms that make it easier to treat patients. Diagnostic catalog. In the diagnostic manual you can find all the symptoms and syndromes you have discovered so far. Open the manual to look up the symptoms. Syndromes. In this case you have discovered adolescent inebriety. Click on the syndrome to learn more. Alcohol addiction forming when juveniles succumbing to inebriety. Syndrome, a collection of... Я понял. The syndrome card absorbs all symptoms that are part of it. A syndrome can then be targeted by any treatment method. By aggregating many symptoms into syndromes, it will be easier to treat patients with a multitude of symptoms. Continue with the treatment. The patient's health bar has reached the minimum amount and it's now ready to be released from the Sanatorium. It is up to you whether you choose to release a patient or keep them around a while longer. To release a patient, click on the release letterbox. Put the release stamp on the discharge papers and release the patient back into the world. Let's hope for the best with this one. Нихуя себе. А чё, не надо вылечить как-то? Надо было сначала тритмент, да? Ну ладно. You're getting the hang of it. You look around. Maybe you could explore the Sanatorium at night. Just so nobody notices. Блин, это опасно. Explore. The archive is closed. Maybe you'll have better luck tomorrow? The one store confidential information. Perhaps the basement? Давай мы всего, наверное, так потихонечку возьмем, да? Угу. Так, ну выходим тогда отсюда. О, у меня денег нет. Прикол. Сейчас работаем. Джейн До. 20 лет. Socialite. Recommended admission due to repeated disobedience, inappropriate behavior, and concerning associations. Older daughter of Mr. Charles Brewer, Director General of the Brewer. Admit due to the recurred episodes of inebriation, inappropriate behavior. Patient often indulges in socially inappropriate behavior. Forgetfulness. Patient often forget tasks, appointments, and other things. Cramps. Patient suffers from frequent cramps. Ну давай форм тест ей дадим. Patient uses intoxicating alcohol in an erratic manner. Disorientation. Patient often becomes disoriented of time, place, and sometimes people. Cramps. Так, ну это память, мемория. Хотя... Нет, это вот так. Вот это вот так. Это вот так. Это тоже сюда получается. Cramps. Блять, а куда можно отнести судороги нахуй? Наверное, вот сюда, да? Physical urges. Так, что теперь? Вирджиния Браун. Вирджиния Браун, 23, куратор. Looks like a butterfly. Тест трошек. Hello, can you get me out of here? Test with dark. Угу. Так, у нее амнезия short term. Patient claims have forgotten very recent events. Amnesia short term. Memoria. Loss of control. Patient often loses control over the emotions. Disorientation. Often becomes disoriented of time, place and sometimes people. Lost control. Блять, а что это может быть нахуй? Угу. Ну, наверное, сюда. Пока что так. Сделаем. Больше мы не можем узнать про нее. Вирджиния Браун. Угу. Угу. Дезориентейшн неправильно. Бляха-муха. Так, нам нужно вот это вот вылечить и вот это, да? Опиум, блядь. Вегетариан диет. Я думаю. Хотя, правильно ли я понимаю, если тут тройка, то нам нужно тройку вылечить. Ну давай я попробую. Хорошо. Бам. Да, да. Так, ну мы можем еще вегетарианскую диету ебахнуть ей. И музыкальную терапию. Блять, ну это слишком, да? Возможно. Ну ладно, ничего страшного. Далее. Вот так вот. Автограф начертили. Джейн Дом. Неправильно. Правильно. Правильно. Неправильно. Правильно. Ну все, не будем больше ее мучить. Потихонечку будем лечить. Угу. The archive appears to be open. Опа. Доктор. What exactly are you doing here? You lost? You continue your work. For how long? You don't know. You hope to uncover the mystery of the Sanatorium. End of demo. Опа. Return to menu. Ну что ж, это прикольная игра, мне понравилась, в принципе, интересно выглядит. Чисто так посидеть, почилить, поразбираться. Да, прикольная игра. Ну что ж, всем спасибо за просмотр, всем пока.